David Phelps, considered one of the greatest tenor voices in modern music, has captivated audiences around the world with his extraordinary vocal range, power, and passion. Many have wondered why someone with his immense talent never pursued secular music or sought fame in mainstream genres like pop, classical, or opera. Instead, David Phelps chose to remain in the realm of gospel and Christian music. This decision was not by accident, nor was it because he lacked opportunities in secular music. Rather, it was a deliberate and deeply personal choice rooted in his faith, purpose, artistic calling, and life philosophy. Let's explore this in detail. 1. Faith as his foundation. David Phelps was raised in a deeply Christian home. His father was a pastor and his mother was a church music director. Growing up in a home where worship and service to God were central gave David a foundation that deeply shaped his view of life and music. From a young age, he saw music not just as a form of entertainment or a career, but as a ministry, a calling from God. He has openly stated in interviews that his voice is a gift from God, and he feels a strong responsibility to use it in a way that glorifies the one who gave it to him. For David, pursuing a career in secular music, even though it might bring more fame or wealth, would have meant stepping away from the core mission of his life, to use his music to point people to Christ. 2. A sense of calling, not just a career. One of the key differences between gospel musicians like David Phelps and secular artists is the sense of calling. Secular musicians often pursue music as a career path, driven by goals like success, fame, money, or artistic ambition. But for David, music is a tool of ministry, a way to bring encouragement, truth, and the message of salvation to people. He believes that music has the power to heal hearts, lift broken spirits, and inspire faith. These are eternal goals that go far beyond temporary success or recognition. This eternal perspective has been a major reason why he stayed faithful to the world of gospel music even when he had the skill and opportunity to cross over to secular stages. 3. The influence of the Gaither Vocal Band. A major chapter of David Phelps's life was his time with the Gaither Vocal Band, one of the most respected gospel groups in the world. Under the leadership of Bill Gaither, David's ministry as a singer grew exponentially. The Gaither Homecoming series gave him a platform to reach millions of people with the message of the gospel through music. Being part of this ministry not only provided a huge audience, but also surrounded David with mentors and fellow musicians who shared the same values. The environment was spiritually nurturing and aligned perfectly with his desire to use music to serve God. It gave him both the artistic freedom and the spiritual fulfillment that many secular artists often long for but don't find in the commercial world. 4. Artistic freedom and excellence in gospel music. Contrary to the assumption that secular music offers more creativity or better production, David Phelps has proven that gospel music can be musically sophisticated, emotionally powerful, and artistically excellent. His solo work, live concerts, and albums show a high level of artistry, complex vocal arrangements, orchestration, and a broad dynamic range. David often blends classical, pop, Broadway, and operatic styles into his gospel music. This allows him to use his full range and expressiveness while still staying true to his message and purpose. In other words, he didn't need to go to secular music to explore his musical talent. He found ways to grow and innovate within the gospel framework. 5. Contentment and integrity. Many secular artists struggle with pressure, identity crises, and the need to please the industry or fit trends. But David Phelps has shown a remarkable contentment with the path he's chosen. He has stayed true to who he is, and never tried to compromise his message or conform to the world's standards. His integrity is part of what makes him so respected, not just as a singer, but as a person. He has built a career and a legacy that is deeply rooted in truth, faithfulness, and authenticity, values that often get lost in the pursuit of fame. 6. Impact over popularity. Ultimately, David Phelps seems more interested in eternal impact than temporary popularity. He has chosen a path where he can minister to souls, comfort the hurting, and point the way to Jesus Christ. While he may not have the same visibility in mainstream media as secular stars, his music has reached and changed countless lives. His concerts are often filled with not just music, but testimonies, moments of worship, and deep spiritual reflection. That kind of impact cannot be measured by chart rankings or ticket sales. It is a kingdom impact that will last far beyond his time on earth. Conclusion: David Phelps never went into secular music not because he couldn't, but because he chose not to. His decision reflects a deep conviction that music is a ministry, not just an art form or a profession. He has used his rare vocal talent to serve God, inspire the church, and lead people into deeper faith. In a world where many chase after fame and fortune, David Phelps stands out as someone who pursued faithfulness over fame, purpose over popularity, and eternal impact over earthly success. His life and career are a testimony that you don't have to compromise your calling to be excellent, and that the greatest legacy is not found in awards or applause, but in lives changed for the glory of God.